So this is example 5. It says Rianne has a recipe that calls for 1 3/8 cups of sugar. What decimal is equivalent to the amount of sugar Rianne's recipe calls for? So we know that the recipe calls for 1 3/8 cups of sugar. We need to find the decimal equivalent of this mixed number, okay? So we worked with these last week. So what we have to do is, since I have 1 3/8, okay, I am focusing just on this decimal, okay? I mean, not this decimal, this fraction, okay? I know at the end, I need to have 1 because I have 1 whole, and then this is going to give me my decimal part that I'm looking for. So it's 1 whole decimal, and we're about to find out what this decimal is. So again, it's the exact same thing what we were doing. You're going to find your decimal by dividing. So again, 3 is your top dog, and 8 is your wimpy dog gets kicked out. Okay, so it's just like what we were doing before. Okay, you need to add a decimal and add a 0. Okay, I'm gonna have you guys figure this one out. Okay, so I know that 8 can't go into 3, so that has to be 0. You need to bring up that decimal. So you need to figure out how many times can 8 go into 30, okay? And then whatever decimal you get here, you need to write it right here. So you guys are going to figure this one out, okay? So then if we go on to example 6, and I'm not going to have that there. Example 6, it says Mr. Duden has 2.85 gallons, 2.85 hundredths gallons of lemonade. What fraction is equivalent to the amount of gallons of lemonade Mr. Duden has? So we know this is how much he has. We want to find the fraction that is equivalent. So now we're working backwards, okay? So again, if I have 2.85 hundredths, okay? So for this one, it's going to be a little bit different. So I want to know the fraction equivalent, okay? So I know I have 2 wholes, so I'm going to have 2 wholes. So this is going to be a mixed number. So what we're going to work with is this decimal portion right here, okay? So since this is in the hundredths spot, right, I'm going to have 85 over my 100, okay? So from here, I'm going to look at my last digit that both numbers contain. So at the last digit, it ends in a 5 and it ends at a 0. So that means if I know my divisibility rules, right, I need to divide both of these numbers by 5. And then I want you guys to figure that out, and you guys are going to give me my new fraction. Okay, from here, you guys need to see if whatever I had divided into, you need to check, can I simplify? Yes or no? Okay, and then whatever fraction you guys get to where you guys cannot simplify anymore, it needs to come right here because this part right here is going to be your answer. Okay, the same thing when I move back. Okay, this part right here is going to be my answer. Okay, so for here, I want you guys to go up to 3 decimal places if possible, just like in the previous examples that I've showed you. Okay.